What's up guys, Shane Starnes here with Droid Modder X, and while I am enjoying my Galaxy Note 7, you've probably been hearing about problem after problem after problem with the Note 7 devices. In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 biggest problems with the Galaxy Note 7. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, we'll talk about the most alarming issue with the Galaxy Note 7. There are actually several documented cases of Note 7 devices randomly exploding and catching fire, and the excuse has been, well, they were using a third-party charger. Well, now there's a video floating around where the guy says that his phone exploded while he was sleeping, and he claims that yes, he was using the Samsung official charger. Try to imagine how you would feel if you were charging your Note 7 device, someone calls you, you pick up the phone and answer it, and all of a sudden it explodes and blows off your face. Samsung has already addressed this, and the cause is a faulty battery that was actually put into several Note 7 devices, and definitely the global international versions of the phone should be getting a recall because of this. But if you have an Exynos variant Note 7, you probably want to not hold the phone while it's charging. Next up is Gorilla Glass 5. Now, Gorilla Glass 5 is an awesome advancement in drop protection. Increasing the shatter resistance on the phone's glass may have also softened it, making it prone to scratching. So Zach from Jerry Riggs channel actually did a super scientific test on the scratch resistance of the Note 7, and he found that the screen actually scratches at a Mohs hardness of 3, so just a step above plastic, the phone actually scratches. One way that you can combat this is by getting a screen protector. If you can actually find one that fits the Note 7, that's been kind of an issue. Another big issue, especially for someone like me who really cares about performance on a $900 phone, is the fact that TouchWiz is still super laggy and super terrible at RAM management and multitasking. So I did a couple of speed tests on the Note 7 device, and what I found is the Snapdragon variant loads applications super slow on first boot, while it actually does a pretty good job at RAM management. So once you have that application open, it's gonna save it in the background and you'll be able to access it the second time a little faster. But the Exynos version actually is terrible at RAM management still. Both phones were slaughtered by the iPhone 6s Plus. The next problem we'll talk about is random freezes and reboots. This has been well documented on XDA. Several of the Exynos version Note 7s are having this issue with random reboots, and it has to do with encryption. So the phone is encrypted by default, and for some reason, the phone just locks up and reboots. The error code that is associated with the reboot just simply says that there was an issue with encryption. Now, there was an update that was sent out to these phones that were having this issue, but even after the update, the problem still remains. So hopefully this is just a software issue that Samsung can get under control. The last major issue that we'll talk about here has to do with the build quality of the device. Several people are reporting that where the frame meets the edge of the display on the sides, there is a gap. So you can actually see light bleeding through that gap. Upon further inspection, some people are reporting that it was just a poor paint job and that some of the paint actually got on the glass, making it appear like there's a gap, but others are reporting that it is an actual gap. Now, this is concerning because you've paid for a waterproof device, and if there is a physical gap between the metal and the glass, then your waterproofing would be thrown out the door. Essentially, your phone would be susceptible to water damage. So yeah, you can understand if this were just one little problem that was an isolated thing, but Samsung's getting ready to possibly roll out a global recall on all Note 7 devices because of all of these issues. It's not really a good look for Samsung right now with the Note 7. You have to think, is Steve Jobs actually laughing in his grave? Yeah, but other than all of these problems and issues with the Note 7, once they get those recall devices out and there are no issues, this has to be one of the best devices of the year. Don't get me wrong, the Note 7 is an awesome phone. It just kind of stinks that they actually released the device with all these issues. Anyways guys, that about wraps it up for this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. You can find more of me at droidmodderx.com. Follow me on Twitter at droidmodderx. Thanks guys for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.